Oi there, mateys. Welcome to this week's Pirate Raid,
Yar.
where we plunder the depths of flash fiction for stories that hit hard and fast.
Aye, stories that'll leave you thinking long after they're done.
Like the best action flicks or those page-turners you just can't put down.
So gather round, you landlubbers, and get ready for a swashbuckling adventure.
Today, we've got two tales that'll shiver your timbers. Celestial Howl first throws us right into a pack of teen werewolves.
But these ain't your ordinary pups. Their powers, see, are tied to the movements of the heavens themselves.
Eclipses, comets, the whole cosmic shebang.
And then we'll be charting a course for Wasteland, a tale set after the world's gone to ruin.
We're another pack of young werewolves immune to some nasty plague.
I just hold the key to saving what's left of humanity.
Our mission on this raid, me hearties, is to break open these treasure chests of stories.
See what kind of booty lies within and explore how these werewolves
Use their unique gifts to face the challenges ahead.
And who knows, maybe we'll even unearth a few hidden gems of insight.
That'll leave you pondering long after we're done. Now hoist the colors. Let's set sail for Celestial Howl first.
Aye, a good start.
Right off the bat, this story plunges us into Jess's world.
A young werewolf lass who ain't exactly welcomed with open paws.
Called a celestial freak, even by her own kind,
But it don't help that her parents, well, they were ripped apart by some rogue beast.
implying that's what triggered her powers to come in early.
Right, a tragic start that leaves her vulnerable.
But with this burn-in need to prove herself, wouldn't you say?
Absolutely, it's that classic hero's journey in it. Loss fuels ambition.
And speaking of fuel, the way these werewolves get their power is fascinating.
It's all tied to these specific celestial events. Never seen that before.
We got Jess, drawn strengths from a lunar eclipse. A blood moon, no less.
Then there's Max, fueled by those fiery, unpredictable meteors.
And Anya, she gets hers from the more subtle planetary alignments.
It's a whole new spin on the whole werewolf myth in it.
Not just the full moon anymore, it's like they got a whole cosmic calendar dictating their strengths.
Precisely. Adds a layer of complexity, don't it? Makes you think about how their powers work.
Like who's the strongest at any given time.
And what roles do they play within the pack based on these unique celestial connections?
Now, the scene for this showdown is something else.
An abandoned factory.
Reeking of sacrificial blood and stale magic, as the story puts it.
Moonlight pouring through shattered windows onto a chalk circle.
Gives you the chills, don't it? Like something out of a nightmare.
Sets the mood perfectly for a confrontation with a dark cult.
The werewolves burst in on this ritual.
And the fight that unfolds is a whirlwind.
Max is all fury and speed, like a living inferno.
While Jess, her power's more subtle, amplified by the eclipse shadows.
Moving silent and swift, like a wraith.
And then you got Anya with her ropes of starlight, adding this ethereal touch.
Each of them brings a completely different flavor to the fight, don't they?
It's like watching a symphony of chaos and power, each instrument playing its part.
But here's where things take a turn, mateys. And not a good one.
Uh-oh, what's happened now?
The cult leader, this sneaky devil, figures out how to use the eclipse against Jess.
Stealing her power, turning her own strength against her.
Can you imagine that?
Yeah.
Your very source of power being twisted and used to weaken you?
It's a nightmare scenario, that is. The ultimate betrayal.
But Jess, she ain't one to give up easy.
Ah, she's got more than a few tricks up her sleeve.
Instead of relying on the full force of the eclipse, she focuses on that tiny sliver of moon left untouched.
Clever girl.
Uses that absence of light to fuel her shadow powers.
A real stroke of genius, that.
And she don't stop there. Blind him, she yells to Max.
Quick thinking under pressure, that's what that is.
She turns the tables on that cult leader with nothing but her wits and a sliver of moonlight.
Shows that true strength ain't always about brute force.
Sometimes it's about knowing your limits and using them to your advantage.
A valuable lesson for us all, I'd say.
Now, let's all anchor and set sail for Wasteland, shall we?
Lead the way, Captain.
This story takes us to a world gone to ruin, a desolate wasteland.
Bleak and unforgiven.
Buildings like skeletons against a scorched sky.
Paints a grim picture, don't it?
And in this broken world, we find our next pack of werewolves.
But these pups, they were outcasts even before the plague hit.
Rejects of society, feared and shunned.
And now?
Now their blood holds the key to a cure. Talk about irony, eh?
A twist of fate, that's for sure. The ones humanity feared might be their only salvation.
The humans, desperate for a cure.
Clad in their pristine hazmat suits.
Fear and desperation in their eyes.
They strike an uneasy truce with the werewolves.
But trust is a fragile thing, ain't it? Especially after years of being hunted.
Zara, the leader of this pack, she ain't buying it, and who can blame her?
They're taken to this sterile white lab.
A stark contrast to the wasteland outside.
Finn, one of the werewolves, feels like a lab rat,
Poked and prodded.
a means to an end.
Even though they hold the cure, the power dynamic ain't in their favor, is it?
But hold on, mateys, because here comes another twist.
Another one. This story's full of them.
Zara discovers Cain, one of their own, sabotaging the cure.
A traitor in their midst,
Driven by vengeance.
wanting to unleash a new plague on humanity.
A dark turn, that is. Even among those who've been wronged, there's darkness.
Raises the stakes, don't it? Now, it ain't just about survival, it's about doing what's right.
Zara's torn. Loyalty to her pack.
Or saving the very humans who hunted them.
A tough choice, that is. But in a flash of realization,
She sees the answer.
she is the answer.
And makes a run for the labs.
Powerful stuff, eh? From hesitant leader to the one carrying the weight of the world on her shoulders.
Speaks volumes about her character, don't it?
So there you have it. Two tales from completely different worlds.
But both explore these big questions.
Prejudice, power, the choices we make in the face of impossible odds.
And what it truly means to be strong, both for yourself and for others.
We've seen werewolves fueled by the cosmos.
And others holding the fate of humanity in their very veins.
They challenge our expectations of what these creatures can be.
Making us question the very nature of monsters and heroes.
But here's the thing, mateys. In both stories, the young werewolves, they ain't just victims.
No, sir. They're the ones making the choices, driving the action.
They face inner turmoil and outer threats, and their decisions shape not only their own destinies.
But the fate of the world around them.
That's some heavy stuff, eh? Now, I leave you with this.
A thought to ponder until our next raid.
If you listening right now, if you suddenly discovered you had some extraordinary power,
Or the ability to solve the world's biggest problems.
how would that change who you are?
And what would you do with that power?
Something to chew on, ain't it? Until next time, fair winds and following seas. And don't forget to rate and follow the Pirates vs. Werewolves podcast.
Yeah, we'll be seeing ya.